Welcome to another 5-minute drawing lesson. Today we're going to draw the Austin 7. I've done a few of these over the last few days as commissions and things, and they're great fun to draw. We're going to do this one in motion, so it doesn't matter if your wheels aren't perfectly circular. I'm going to do mine slightly egg-shaped and tilted outwards slightly just to get a bit more action. The wheelbase on this one's very short, probably the shortest one we've done yet, which is 1.5 wheels, so this gap between the wheels needs to be 1.5 wheels. There we are. Try and draw nice and lightly at this stage because you're going to want to make slight adjustments as you go along. The bottom of the car is going to be just above the centres of the wheels there. The front is just ahead of the centre of the wheel. You can do a pair of lines there. The height of the bonnet is going to be half a wheel up from there, so go another half a wheel. And if you add half a wheel along this distance as well, that will give you a point for the mudguard to come to. So now this distance here will split in half with the top of the mudguard, follows the wheel around and then goes down to that point we made. The back one will be the same height, following the wheel around till it gets to about there somewhere. And when this top of the bonnet, it has a slight slope on it usually, and when it gets to that mark that we made, that's where it steps down, that's where the windscreen will be, and then it continues parallel to the bottom of the car till it reaches the back of the wheel there, the back of the back wheel. At that point it can either come vertically down or have a slight tilt, which I prefer. So we'll just add a curve to the radiator and there you've got your basic Austin 7 shape. Put the windscreen in. And now we can divide it up further with a door, just behind the windscreen, straight down, straight across, and then diagonally back. And when you get to there, you can add a suggestion of a seat, and behind that, the folded roof. And now this bonnet here we can divide up, so about halfway plus a little bit. Just add a vertical line and a hinge. Now we can add the wheels on the far side of the car and anything else you might see underneath, which you can do a bit darker because it's in shadow. And now it's time for some smaller details like hinges on the door and a door handle and a headlight, which is sometimes mounted on the side here on these, a motor meter, thermometer, maybe a little wing nut on the windscreen. And we can now add a bit of action to our drawing. So some dust underneath coming off the wheels and a shadow which is separated from the wheel, so it looks like it's flying. And some dust, some bits of stones flying up, maybe some small hubs for the brakes, not too big. And yeah, that's your basic drawing, which we can now firm a few of the lines up. So the ones that are the undersides of the mudguards and things where it's in shadow, we can darken those. And even add a bit of shading underneath in those darker areas. Darken the roof as well. And we said it was going to be driving, so we'll need a driver. Some bits of dust and stuff. And you can add your driver in any way you like in here. Just make sure that you do him fairly large because there's a tiny car, and if you draw him too small it won't look right. This one might be too big. It's just a big chap in a small car. Yeah, and there we go, we've got our Austin 7 and full flight. Hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you did in the comments, and join me for another one soon.